The views expressed on the Jerry Cahill CF podcast are that of Jerry Cahill and guests, and not necessarily those of the Boomer Esiason Foundation. Nothing on the Jerry Cahill CF podcast should be considered medical advice. Such advice can only be given by a physician who is experienced with cystic fibrosis. The Boomer Esiason Foundation, Jerry Cahill and guests cannot be held responsible for any damage which may result from using the information on this podcast without the permission of your medical doctor. You're listening to the Jerry Cahill CF podcast presented by the Boomer Esiason Foundation and jerrycahill.com.
Welcome to Jerry Cahill's Living, Breathing, Succeeding podcast series. This show, Where They Are Now with Cystic Fibrosis, was made possible through an unrestricted educational grant from Gilead to the Boomer Esiason Foundation. Today you will meet Katie O'Grady, 24 years old, diagnosed at 6 years of age from Tompkins Cove, New York, and currently living in Boston, Massachusetts, to pursue her dreams of becoming a cross-country and track coach. Katie has received many running awards, including cross-country MVP at St. Thomas Aquinas College, and her running ability qualified her for the Division II Nationals. Katie coached outdoor track at her alma mater, North Rockland High School, and from there decided to pursue her dream as a full-time coach and is currently volunteer assistant coach at Boston University. Katie met her boyfriend Phil from the Boston area, who is very supportive and knowledgeable about her cystic fibrosis. When not coaching or training, Katie works from home as a social media marketer for Clear Core Insights. Working from home has allowed Katie to stay vigilant with her treatments. It's an honor to be catching up with Katie since our last podcast over 7 years ago.
Hi, my name is Katie O'Grady. I'm 24 years old. I have cystic fibrosis. I was diagnosed when I was 6 years old. I am originally from New York, but I decided to move up to Boston, Massachusetts to pursue my love for coaching. Some of my hobbies include running, staying very active, biking, but on the downtime, I also paint, I do some mixed media, I also do some art journaling. Growing up with CF I had a mild case of CF when I was younger. I really didn't let it stop me from being very active, especially with the support of my parents and my brother and sister. They always had me in soccer, and then eventually I found my love for running. My family has supported me over the years. When I'm sick, they're always there for me. In my running, they have supported me through it, and that's where I give them a lot of credit for all the accomplishments I have made. I went to North Rockland High School, and I competed in running there. And then that was what helped me get a scholarship to St. Thomas Aquinas College. It's a small D2 school in New York, and I ran for them and had a lot of success. Since our last podcast, that was around 7 years ago, a lot of events have taken place in my life. My health has gone down since then. It takes a lot more effort to recover. Running gets tougher. And I also, after that last podcast, I lost my mom to cancer. She battled that for 3 years. During the time that my mom was really sick, and I was also sick as well, was also the end of my senior year, where most kids were enjoying prom, they were getting ready for graduation, they were looking forward to college. And here I was laying on my couch, me and my mom, both really sick. I was missing school, I wasn't hanging out with friends, I wasn't going to practice anymore. It was just a very depressing time while everyone else was just looking forward to the next big thing. It was really hard to look to the positive things in life, especially since I wasn't able to run due to being sick. I would look towards my family and friends who were around me 24/7, take care of my mom, and most of the time they were really positive. So it was good to have their company and to be able to talk to them when I really needed them. My first year of college was a struggle. It was much different than high school. The training also was very difficult. My first year was not my best running. I was last on the team. I was last in big cross-country races. They expected me to run at a level that would get them points. And here I was at the lowest lung function I had ever been at, and running 50 meters was a struggle. But as the year went on, my running improved, my PFTs improved. My doctors had originally said that where I was at was going to be my new baseline when I was sick. and that they probably wouldn't see a big improvement. But then I was almost able to bring it back up to where it originally was, which was huge, and my doctors were super impressed. The turning point in my health and my running was at the end of my freshman year. I was now running back to almost normal. And then over that summer, I trained extremely hard, probably harder than I had prior. And I came into my sophomore year of college fitter than I ever was. I was at the top of my team. I ended up being MVP that year, and I even broke a few records. And that was the first time my coaches had seen that our team now had the potential to make it to nationals. I continued to excel when me and my team went to nationals for cross country in Joplin, Missouri, which is my greatest achievement, and being able to be there with my team, it was so exciting. Going to cross country nationals in Joplin, Missouri was the first time in our school's history that our cross country team has ever made it that far. After graduating college, I wanted to become a physical therapist. I worked as a physical therapy aide to gain some hours. I took a year off from school and then was going to apply the following year to physical therapy school. During the year that I took off from school, I coached back at my college, St. Thomas Aquinas, and that's where I solidified my love for coaching on the college level. I wanted to now do that as a long-time career instead of physical therapy. After a year of coaching at St. Thomas Aquinas College, I wanted to pursue my career of being a college coach by moving to Boston, Massachusetts. Moving to Boston was the best decision of my life because there's people running all the time, and that helps me, just inspired me to want to get out there more and run. And especially working for Boston University, seeing those kids excel made me want to get out there to run my first marathon. My career led me to working at home. I worked for a company called ClearCore Insights, which is actually owned by my aunt, which helped me a lot, being able to have her understand what I'm going through on a daily basis, and then also being able to work at home allows me to be more vigilant when I'm sick with treatments and getting the rest that I need. Being in Boston, I am now back running. I run 3 to 4 times a week, and on the days when I can't run or I'm sick, I try to bike ride with my roommates, and they're great because they're both runners also. Some of my plans for the future include starting my own virtual coaching. I have always wanted to help CF people, but I never knew exactly how because of cross-infection. I couldn't coach one-on-one. So I decided to come up with this idea that I would coach CFers over the internet, on FaceTime, or over the phone, and be able to coach them through running to help their health and their lifestyle in general. One of the reasons I came up with this virtual coaching idea is since I've made my CF running Instagram, I have had other CFers come to me asking for advice or asking for like a brief running schedule. And so I've helped them through it, and then they come back to me and they tell me how they've ran their new personal best in running or how their PFEs have improved. And the feeling I get from being able to help them and see them succeed gives me so much more happiness in my life. Some advice I would give to other people with CF is just to stay active. I always tell people that I'm friends with that no matter what times you're running or whatever sport you're doing, you're out there getting your work done, you're working hard, and that's all that matters, because you will see your health improve or stay stable and hopefully don't get sick as often. Look forward to the future, look forward to different positive aspects of your life, and look towards the people that are around you because they are there to give you support.